Pleasant day, Math Wizards. We are now on the last lesson on radicals, and that is solving problems involving radical expressions. We will be involving the previous lessons that we had when we are dealing with radical expressions. So now, let us start our lesson with this problem. We will be using a math breaker map in solving problems involving radical expressions. Let us read first the problem. Find the perimeter of a rectangle with a length of the quantity 10 plus square root of 24 feet and a width of 4 plus 2 square root of 6 feet. Write your answer in simplest radical form. As what you can see below is an illustration of the perimeter. It is the distance around a polygon. So this will be the process that we will be doing for us to solve the problem. Okay, so we will be having the illustrations. So since we have the length and the width of the given rectangle, so the length will be 10 plus square root of 24, and the other one, the width will be 4 plus 2 square root of 6. We will be having the representation, so let L be the length and W be the width. In the formula, in getting the perimeter, that is 2L plus 2W. Or it could be P is equal to 2 times the quantity length plus the width. Okay, so now let us substitute the given quantities and solve the equation. So P is equal to 2 times the quantity 10 plus square root of 24 plus the quantity 4 plus 2 square root of 6. Okay, so now we will be combining similar terms. But first, let us simplify square root of 24. So 10 plus square root of 24 is the same as the square root of 4 times 6 plus 4 plus 2 square root of 6. Okay, so P now will be equal to 2 times the quantity 10 plus the square root of 4 is 2 square root of 6 plus 4 plus 2 square root of 6. Simplifying further, you will be leading to 2 times the quantity 10 plus 4. We will be simplifying or combining similar terms. So 10 and 4 are similar, so that will become 14 plus 2 square root of 6 and 2 square root of 6 are both similar radicals. So we will be combining and adding the coefficients of the two radicals. So 2 plus 2 here will become 4 square root of 6. Now we have 2 as a multiplier of the binomial. So I will just distribute 2 to the two terms. So 2 times 14 is 28 plus 2 times 4 will be 8 square root of 6. So this will be our P. Now we will be having the final answer. The answer will be 28 plus 8 square root of 6 feet. Let's have now another problem. Find the area of a square with a side length that measures 15 plus 2 square root of 6 meters. Write your answer in simplest radical form. Okay, again, we will be using a math breaker map to solve the problem. So let us have the illustration. So let's say this will be your figure. So a square with a side length which is 15 plus 2 square root of 6 meters. Okay, so let us have the representation. Let S be the side and A will be the area of the square. Okay, so for the area of the square, the formula will be A is equal to S squared. So this will be our working equation, and we will now substitute the values of our side and solve for the answer. So A will be equal to 15 plus 2 square root of 6 raised to 2. Okay, so in this case, we will be squaring a binomial. And there is a special product wherein if you will be squaring a binomial, that will lead to the square of the first term plus twice the product of the first and the second term plus square of the last term. So the first term will be a, so we will just substitute. The first term will be a and the second term will be b. So 15 squared plus 2 times 15 times 2 square root of 6 plus the square of b is 2 square root of 6 raised to 2. Okay, so we will be moving further. So 15 squared is equal to 225 plus 2 times 15 times 2 is equal to 60 square root of 6 plus 2 squared is 4. Square root of 6 squared will now become 6. Simplifying further, you will be leading to 225 plus 60 square root of 6 plus 24. 225 plus 24 is 249. 249 plus 6 square root of 6. 60 square root of 6. So now the final answer, the area of the square will be 249 plus 60 square root of 6 square meters. So this will be our final answer. Let us have another one. The area of a rectangle is 80 square root of 3 square centimeters. If the width measures 10 square root of 6 centimeters, find the length. Write your answer in simplest radical form. We will be using a MacBaker map again to solve the problem. Okay, so in this case, we are given the area and the width of the rectangle. So the area is 80 square root of 3 and the width is 10 square root of 6. Find the length. So we need to get the length. So let L be the length, W be the width, and A be the area. So we will now move on and have the formula in getting the area of a rectangle, and that is area is equal to length times the width. Now, we will be solving for the length, and that will be based on the formula A is equal to L times the width. We will now isolate the length for us to solve for its value. So dividing both sides by W, we will be leading to L is equal to A over W. Now we will substitute to get and solve for the value of the length. So L now is equal to A over W. Based on our illustration, the given for the area is 80 square root of 3 and the width will be 10 square root of 6 now. Moving further, we will now simplify the given radical. So 80 divided by 10 is 8. The common factor here is 10. And for the radicand, 3 divided by 6. The common factor between 3 and 6 is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now you will have 8 square root of 1 over square root of 2. Now, since it is square root of 1 in the numerator, we will just have the length. So the length will now become 8 over square root of 2. So in mathematics, we will not accept radicals in the denominator. So for us to eliminate the radical in the denominator, we will be multiplying or rationalizing the denominator by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the square root of 2. So that will be equal to 8 square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is simply square root of 4, and the square root of 4 will give you 2. So the length now will be 8 square root of 2 over 2. Simplifying further, there is a common factor between 8 and 2. So that is 2. 8 divided by 2, you will lead to 4 square root of 2. Now, our final answer, the length will be equal to 4 square root of 2 centimeters. Let us have another one. The area of a triangle is 27 plus 13 square root of 2 square feet. If the length of the base is 6 plus square root of 2 feet, find the height of the triangle in simplest radical form. As what you can see here, this is the derivation of the formula. Knowing that in a triangle, it is half the area of a rectangle. So therefore, there is always one half between base and the height in the formula. So let us have first the illustration. So let's have a triangle here. The area will be equal to 27 plus 13 square root of 2 square feet. And the base is 6 plus square root of 2. Okay, so now let us have the representation. Let B be the base of the given triangle. Let H be the height of the given triangle. And let A be the area of the triangle. Okay, so the formula here will be A is equal to 1/2 base times the height to find the height of the triangle. Therefore, we will be solving for H based on the formula. Okay, so we will be isolating H to get its value. So therefore, A is equal to 1/2 base times the height. We will be dividing both sides by the base and multiplying both sides by the denominator, which is 2. Okay, so you will lead to 2A over B equal to H. So B here in this side will be divided out, and 2 as well will be divided out. So now, H is equal to 2A over B. So now we will be applying and substituting the values of the area and the base of the triangle. So H is equal to 2 times the area, which is 27 plus 13 square root of 2 all over 6 plus square root of 2. We will be simplifying it by removing the radicals in the denominator by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by its conjugate. So when we are pertaining to conjugate, it has the same terms, but the sign in between the two terms will be the reverse of the sign in our denominator. So based on the given, since it is plus, we will be using minus. So x minus square root of 2 over x over 6 minus square root of 2. Okay, so let us now distribute 2 in the binomial. So I will have 54 plus 13 times 2 is 26 square root of 2 times the quantity 6 minus square root of 2 all over the square of 6 minus the square of square root of 2. Moving further, we need to multiply the two binomials in the numerator. So that is by using FOIL method. Okay, so that is FOIL. So F now will be the first terms, 54 times 6. The outer, which is 54 times square root of 2. Inner is 26 square root of 2 times 6. Last terms will be 26 square root of 2 times square root of 2. Negative square root of 2. So this is negative. Okay. So it will now become 54 times 6. We will have 324. And this will be negative 54 square root of 2. This will become 26 times 6 is 156 square root of 2 equal to that will be negative 26 times 2. It will become 26 times 2 because square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. So now it will be negative 52. Combining similar terms, it will become 324 minus 52 plus 156 square root of 2 minus 54 square root of 2. So 324 minus 52, that is 272 plus 156 minus 54, that is 102 square root of 2. So this will be the numerator over the denominator, which is the square of 6, which is 36, minus 2, which is 34. Now we will have, I will just continue here, 272 plus 102 square root of 2. This will be h. This will become 34. So now there is a common factor between the numerators and the denominator. So 272 divided by 34, the common factor is 34. So 8, 272 divided by 34 is 8, plus 102 divided by 34 is 3. So now it will be 3 square root of 2. So now the height of the triangle is 8 plus 3 square root of 2 feet. That will be all for today's lesson. See you again on our next video lesson. Like, share, and comment your suggestions on the comment box below, and don't forget to subscribe. To get notified with our latest videos, just click the notification bell.